Radio entertainment.
Visit LegalZoom.com to save on legal needs like wills for $69, LLCs for $99 plus filing fees, and also get access to a network of legal plan attorneys for guidance. LegalZoom is not a law firm but provides self-help services at your specific direction. Visit LegalZoom.com by clicking the banner on our website. That's MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the LegalZoom banner.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Are you feeling it, Oscar?
I'm feeling it.
What are you feeling?
Congestion.
No. It's World Series fever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, the big game returns to Fenway tonight.
Woo!
And we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't give you our on-the-spot coverage. So let's go now. This is a great booking. Can't believe this guy freed up some time for us. Great morning man up there in Boston from 106.3 The Ball. Here is Sean Flanagan from the Stevie and Flanagan Show. Are you there, Flan?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
How you
Hi,
doing?
how are you there? Good to hear you there.
Great time for you to be a sports broadcaster.
Oh, boy, the spots up here in Boston, I'll tell you something there. It's fantastic.
Gotta be exciting.
I'm so excited about this. How often do you get to experience this time of year? The whole city's on fire. We're just thrilled to death that the Red Sox are back in the playoffs and more importantly in the World Series. So it's a thrilling time to be a sports fan up here in Boston.
Does it feel right for it to be coming back to Fenway?
It's a beautiful thing. Nobody expected it to be here. Now the fact that we're facing off Game 6, St. Louis Cardinals, and there's an outside shot that we're going to win the championship. It's very, very special, and we're really, I tell you, our phones on the Stevie and Flanagan Morning Show are just blowing up. Truly incredible. The city's on fire.
How is Stevie?
Stevie Calapetti is doing pretty good. Steve Calipetti's a moody guy.
I know you just got off the air.
Yeah, just got off the air. He's got to usually. We call that Stevie C's decompression chamber.
Understood. You two are a funny mix.
Oh, I tell you, it's good. Well, I'm just a fan,
and
that's how I got my job. I was a caller, and I would call all the sports shows. In fact, I'd call all the shows. I'd call Felger and Maz, Carson and Kennedy, Carlson and McKenzie, Maddie in the morning. I'd call Jim and Marjorie over on 96.9. I'd constantly call all these shows.
Right.
And I'm a sports fan. That's what I am. Happy in Boston.
What I love about you, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Sean Flanagan from the Stevie and Flanagan Show.
Sean Flanagan, right here from the Stevie and Flanagan Morning Show.
You are such
on the ball.
You are 106.3 The Ball.
106.3 The Ball.
And, of course, 970 AM. You are, what's so great about you is you wear your emotions as a fan.
We don't take that AM signal lightly there, Rob.
Of course not.
Yeah, I know that. And I mean, you're not a big sports fan, but
no, not really.
you don't listen to my show.
But I'm a fan. Clear. I'm a fan of radio.
Yeah, sure.
And I love that you wear your fandom on your sleeve. You're a hothead.
Right.
You say what's on your mind. And then there's Steve Calapetti, and he's cool and calm.
Well, he's just a statistician is what he is. He can tell you everything from Ellsbury to Matt Carpenter, the second baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's pretty amazing stuff. But I think I'm excited. I think Pedroia's going to have a big game tonight. I think he's going to be a linchpin as far as the series is concerned.
On the ball, do you guys ever talk about...
who am I speaking to?
Oh, this is Oscar.
Hi, Oscar.
Apologize, Steve.
How are you? You got family up here, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But they're weather fans.
Stevie Flanagan, how are you?
Let me ask you, Stevie.
I'm sorry, Sean Flanagan.
Sean.
It's Stevie Capitoli.
Hey, your name is Sean Flanagan.
I'm Sean Flanagan. Thank you.
Do you ever
talk?
Thank
you, Rob.
I got it written down here if it would help.
Okay, yeah.
It's right here on the
I'm
whiteboard.
Sean Flanagan, and we've got Stevie and Flanagan in the 106.3 The Ball.
That's
Do you
right.
ever talk Patriots on the ball?
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Tom Brady having a kind of an interesting season up there. I'm thinking Bill Belichick can get the troops in line and we can make a run for it. But right now it's baseball. If I talk too many Patriots in the morning, or Celtics or Bruins or anything like that, they're going to run me out of town on a rail.
How do you feel when your partner Steve Calapetti?
Steve Capoletti.
I thought it was...
It's Capoletti.
It's Capoletti.
Yeah, Capoletti.
Okay.
Stevie Capoletti.
When Stevie
Write that
Capoletti...
down for me so I can remember it next time.
When he comes in and he's Bruins this and Bruins that,
yeah.
How do you feel?
I say, hey, Steve Capoletti,
yes.
Let me enlighten you, my friend. We have a lovely game occurring here at Fenway Park tonight.
That's what's
and that
so
is the Boston Red Sox against the St. Louis Cardinals for the World Championship. Game 6, we can walk away with the whole marble box.
It's so great. It's so great when you guys bust heads. I love it. It's like
we don't bust heads. Who do you think we are? You think we're JW and Lauren? Or Lauren and Wally? Or the Hillman? Or the Big Show?
Do you have any superstitions?
Oh, I sure do. I got that coming up my ass.
Like what?
Hey, sorry, but I know you're an internet radio
Hey,
show.
you can say whatever you
You're
want.
a broadcaster, so you can say that kind of
Yeah,
stuff,
but
right?
that wouldn't play on AM 970.
No, not a chance. No,
I sometimes catch you on the bounce.
We have a senior citizen following that does not care for the bad language. You know, if I said, for example, if I said, that Yadier Molina is a pain in the ass.
Oh, no.
They'd call up my general.
No, that would be
they
okay.
would call up my general manager. I curse on the radio at my peril.
Does
At my peril.
I haven't listened to your show in a while. Does Mrs. O'Leary still call in from Revere?
Yeah, she does, Revere. We have Mrs. O'Leary calling in from Revere. We got Kitty from Bedford. Kitty from Bedford will pop in once in a while, and there is no truth. Let me just clear something up here. There is no truth to the rumor that Kitty from Bedford and I at one of our what's the name of the call letters again? The Ball.
Oh yeah, you're 106.3 The Ball.
At the 106.3 Fun Van that I invited Kitty into the Fun Van. That never occurred.
It's WBAG.
WBAG, the bag.
The bag. No, the
bag
ball.
The ball bag.
The ball bag.
Whatever.
Exactly.
All right.
What are your thoughts on Chappaquiddick?
Chappaquiddick?
Wow.
When I return, Mary Jo and the cow. I don't want you to bring politics in here.
I don't
okay?
think it's appropriate.
I mean, really, we stay away from politics on our show. What we do with the Stevie and Flanagan Morning Show, we want to talk sports, and more, and that's why 106.3 The Ball is doing as well as it does this time of year.
Well, let me ask you your opinion.
Sure.
I know that you're all hopped up on baseball.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But you can't live and die on baseball.
I am excited about baseball as Whitey Bulger is depressed about being in a penal institution.
I want to ask you a few questions
Sure.
about your hometown.
Yeah, far away.
How about that cream pie?
Oh, Boston cream pie. Now, come on. You're making these stereo.
No,
Are you going to talk about baked beans now after this?
I was going to say...
Paul Revere? Is that what you're going to say? Hey, Paul Revere, the British are coming. How about that tea party?
We'll get back.
Are you the guys that gave us the tea party? You sons of bitches, for
We'll
God's
get back.
sake. What the hell's going on?
We'll get back to baseball, but I just have one other question.
Yeah, sure.
What about that strangler?
Oh, the bastards. That kind of controversial crap.
That's a real question.
You might want to go on and
That's
touch
a fair
it.
question.
You might want to go on Touch It and Rich's show if you're going to do that. Not here. It's not what Sean Flanagan's all about. I'm all about. Why do you ask me about David Ortiz, Big Papi?
Do you have tickets to the game tonight?
I do not. No.
Really?
Tickets are far too expensive for a second banana on a morning show talking about spots. But I'm going to be with my traditional location right outside of the Ted Williams statue in my minivan with my bag of peanuts, rooting and listening on the radio, and then I'll have full analysis. And of course, now that I got my laptop,
Your what?
with my laptop,
Who builds it?
I think Apple,
Okay.
Macintosh.
It's a classic.
I think it's
a real
Macintosh.
thick one.
You
It's
got a
Macintosh.
desktop in that van?
Can I just say? Can I say a few words, if I may?
sure.
Just a tip of the ball cap from everybody here at 106.3 The Ball. I would like to say to Jacoby Ellsbury, Shane Victorino, David Pedroia. I'm sorry, Dustin Pedroia.
Yes.
David Ortiz, Daniel Natter, Xander Bogarts, Stephen Drew, David Ross, Kelly Buckholz, John Lackey, Jake Peavy, all the pitches, especially, how about that Japanese fella, Koji Uehara?
I didn't think
My
you'd be
God
a fan.
almighty.
Didn't think you'd be a fan.
Oh, I'm a huge... Why not? Because we're all racist?
Well,
is that what you're trying to insinuate,
I
you
never
son
said
of a bitch?
I never said
I've
a
seen
word.
your picture. How about I'm racist against bald guys? What do you think about that?
I don't care for that at
I'll
all.
slap you silly down there.
Koji's the truth.
Koji is the truth. He comes in off that mound, and how a guy can psych himself into that pressure cooker of a situation and be on the mound in that pressure cooker and get the job done day in, day out. But I'm not going to slouch with the St. Louis Cardinals either. That's a fantastic ball club.
Yeah. Really?
You got Carlos Beltran, Matt Holliday, Matt Adams, Yadier Molina, John Jay, David Freese, all those guys, fantastic.
But when we get back to Boston, you want to focus on Boston because that's your
Absolutely.
hometown.
Yeah, would you like me to send you down some clam chowder? Is that what you want now? A big, you're going to do the stereotyping thing again?
No, we're not going to do the bet thing.
All right.
I just your opinion of the pod.
Hey, all right, where are you from? First of all, if you're going to do a bet, you have to be in the opposing city.
Okay, if we're in Manassas, I want to bet.
Like, for example,
Sopatias.
I would, if you were in St. Louis and you were a disc jockey, talking to
what?
me, if you were a disc jockey,
right,
talking to me about St. Louis, I would send you a bowl of clam chowder or a lobster.
Or a jersey to wear.
And you, pardon me?
A jersey.
A jersey, but it's more food.
It's usually food.
Oscar, come on, you know how these things work,
you're
right?
right.
I would send him a bowl of clam chowder, and if St. Louis won, I'd get a rack of those crappy ribs they sell out there. You know what I mean, you sons of bitches?
So no bets.
No, that's right.
No bets. But how is Arthur Fiedler?
Arthur Fiedler. Oh, the Boston Pops. You go back a long way. But listen, I'm told on shows like yours, you can talk. Incidentally, little plug here.
Sure.
Sean Flanagan and Stevie Capoletti from the Stevie and Flanagan Morning Show on 106.3 The Ball.
Yes.
I would like to just, I know you guys love drama.
Right.
And to get it off of sports for a second, I would just like to say that I'm gay.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Hello, Reagan. I'm a friend of your mother's. I'd like to help you.
You want to loosen the straps, son?
I'm afraid you might hurt yourself, Reagan.
I'm not Reagan.
Well, then let's introduce ourselves. I'm Damien Karras.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
If you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
That's much too vulgar a display of power, Karras. Mirabile dictu, don't you agree?
You speak Latin.
Ego te absolvo.
Quod nomen mihi est.
La plume de ma tante.
How long are you planning to stay in Reagan?
Until she rots and lies stinking in the earth. What's that?
Holy water?
You keep it away.
It burns! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We are live from Studio 1K in the Fighterplex Broadcast Center. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. I don't know which was funnier, listening to that clip from The Exorcist or watching Pony laugh at it.
It's so great. He laughs at it, and you and I, because of our Catholic upbringing, can't hear the devil break into Latin without getting shudders.
Yeah, you get the chills. We're downloaded worldwide over 20 million times. We are powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C.
I want to say hi to Kelly, and I want to ask the question of the devil. How long do you plan on staying in Kelly?
It burns! At the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today's show is brought to you by AC Lens.
Yes.
At aclens.com, they take great pride in their easy-to-use website, their great prices, one-stop shopping for all your optical needs, meeting the optical needs of the whole family, free shipping,
yes,
fast delivery, great customer service, and I would imagine fast delivery in the world of contact lenses is pretty darned important.
It's huge. Not only are they allowing my wife to see, they're allowing Oscar's Shannon to look beautiful this Halloween.
Yeah, she got the costume lenses.
Both your beautiful ladies have been customers of AC Lens.
Yes.
Their customer service is absolutely top of the shelf.
Amazing.
It's award-winning. They sell every contact lens available in the U.S., all with their 365-day guarantee. All purchases are secure. In this day and age, when we talk about stuff we need frequently, something like AC Lens is perfect for the consumer because you can go right to their website and you can get a great deal on stuff that you don't normally would. I mean, imagine the time that it takes to do the shopping, to get out there, to find out the right contact lenses, get your prescription right. It's a hassle. That's why companies like AC Lens have come into being, so they can help you, and it's style you can afford and quality you can feel. You can see. I'm sorry.
You don't want to feel. You can feel it.
You don't want to feel your contact lenses.
Well, you feel them against your eye, and they feel great.
20% off on all orders and free returns on everything. Go to aclens.com. Click on the microphone and enter our promo code. That's TMOS20. Promo code TMOS20, and some exemptions will apply. See the site for details. And we are really, really happy to have AC Lens as a partner, and we want you to try them today. If you try them today, it'll get you on the road to better vision as soon as possible, and we thank them very much. On the program today, we're winding down to Halloween.
Are you excited?
Ooh,
today you're dressed up as a fanboy.
Yeah, I'm doing a fanboy thing today.
Yeah.
I figured Game 6, chance of winning the World Series tonight and tomorrow night, so I figured I would dress the part.
Certainly your shiniest hoodie.
I will tell you this, that you will see this in the dugout. Ass.
Oh,
You will
that's
see them.
authentic?
They wear these.
Oh, wow.
Except when it's in the dugout. Are 3 people wearing it?
Okay.
Oh, that is not
Oh,
nice.
because you've
Look
lost
at
weight.
this guy
Wow,
out
a
of the
fat
blue.
joke.
I'm kidding.
When
you
Out
know
of
what
the
that
gates.
was? You know what, Mike? It's
when you
been a brutal.
stampede back to your original weight
It's been a brutal layoff.
in like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I'll be all over your ass at Christmas time.
Yeah, that'll be a good chase.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm not saying
Wow.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to bounce back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not going to be pretty.
It's not going to. No, you know what? I hope that you don't do that.
You keep it off.
I
Me
hope
too.
that you
I hope
keep it
so
off.
too. I hope that I live to see calendar year 2014. Life is built on hope.
How many pounds are you down?
42 today.
42.
Holy smokes.
42.
Wow.
Thank you.
I am.
I've been keeping it quiet because you know what? The inevitable bounce back.
And I can't talk because I am down half of that, and that's
half
you've done
pound?
better.
What?
I'm down 26 pounds
Okay.
when I from my.
26 is
Why do you
huge.
look at me with distrust?
Oh,
You don't think I am?
no.
I am.
You're down 10, maybe.
No,
I believe him.
Where do you hold your weight?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is that a zit on the end of your nose?
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
he's put on
painful.
26 pounds of pus weight.
It's super painful. I tried to pop it this morning.
So you shouldn't have taken the fingers to it.
You know what would have been
Yeah.
easier is if you just got the nose removed and left the zit.
All I know
If this
is
was the holidays, I'd be all set.
Oscar walked into the studio. I wanted to go silver and gold, silver and gold.
I actually asked the zit.
to be a dentist.
I asked the zit, how long are you planning on staying in Oscar?
Oscar, the zit on the end of Oscar's nose went, it burns!
Oh, it's so painful.
It burns. No, I'm talking about when you don't know how big I was back when I went right around, I'm trying to think when it started, it was probably late spring, and then I gained half of it back when I went away to Maine.
Right.
Yes.
And then I came back, and then I've inched a little bit after.
And you know
I
what?
had lost an S-load of weight before I went to Maine.
You have, and I saw it in your face.
Maybe it's the
and
baggy
yesterday-
clothes.
It is that is not a good garment for that.
The baggy clothes that make it look like I've lost weight, or the baggy. I know I'm fat.
No,
I don't
it's
need
not
to
that.
I
Hello?
don't need to spotlight to the audience that I'm
Hello?
fat.
I didn't bring it
I'm
up.
paranoid about being fat
No,
on stage. You
mustn't.
sons of bitches.
You mustn't be that way.
I am
because really,
Why
even
do you?
my-
Why do you eat at no other time the way you eat before than you do before a live show?
Because it's
I didn't do
important.
that.
It's important to me to be healthy.
That's right. And there are reasons that I look. I didn't.
You've been under a lot of stress.
No, I haven't been on. I've had a beautiful life. I am very happy.
Yes.
I didn't do what Rob did, and I give you tons of credit. And so for everybody coming to the live show, yes, I am fat.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're down 26 pounds, and really, even the joke
From
I
the
made,
beginning.
even the joke I made from the beginning of
24
this
pounds.
segment
Yeah.
is that it really was a comment on the size of the hoodie, not the size of the man wearing
But
it.
the thing about this particular hoodie,
Yes.
I purchased this back on April 20th, which
Yes.
is right after the week of the Boston bombing.
yeah.
Right.
And we were way up in the nosebleed seats at Fenway, and as Fenway
Chilly.
in April, I didn't dress accordingly for it. And the nice thing about this is kind of that synthetic material the players wear,
Yeah,
and I love the
We
thing.
were mistaken. We thought you just ordered that and it came in the
No,
mail.
I bought this in Fenway Park.
Is it flame retardant? Because I know it's made of a space age polymer.
I don't know whether it is or not, but it
looks cozy.
You know, I just thought I'd throw this on today.
When
I
you
saw
lose
a guy.
all the weight,
Yeah.
baby Michael could use that as a sleeping bag.
When I used
Or a
lose all the
playhouse.
weight, baby Michael could use this as a 10. I would have liked to have my own fat check. I would have liked, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yeah, he's gotten real
so
confident all of a
cocky
sudden.
about
Yeah.
it.
No,
Why
no.
don't
I'm
you-
skinny,
You know what?
Rob.
Have skinny Rob. Why don't you
F
take your
you.
shirt off and show everybody how skinny you are?
Okay.
Okay.
Coming up.
All right. Very good. Anyway, I had a morning. You said stress. I have not. I have enjoyed the new fatherdom as much as any man can. I truly have. I've got a wife who is wonderful.
Oh, she's a
about taking care of our child.
She takes him with.
She takes him to work.
Yes.
That's right. He's at the sweatshop.
Because she is there. She is making the soccer balls.
Those little fingers are great for the buttons.
Oh, fantastic! It's amazing how we've trained him.
Yeah.
And
He's dexterous.
in exchange for that, working the stitching with those tiny little hands, they let him chew on the leather to help his teething.
The beautiful thing is, up in the attic, Mike has a brand new case of unused Nike logos. He can stick them to anything he wants.
So I wrote down, because I would forget if I hadn't, I wrote down my morning.
Oh, boy.
I wrote parenthood. I knew there would be mornings like this. All right, I'm going to take you through it.
Please.
Not abnormal, but this morning the baby wakes up not crying, but really wailing, really
Sometimes
crying.
you offer impressions.
Yes.
Can you do one for those?
He's going beyond. It's more vocal now, but it used to be the
Right.
and now he takes it into a like a really
okay.
which goes from I'm uncomfortable to I'm pissed.
Yeah,
he's upset.
And so I wake up. This is about. It's not late. It's not early. For us, it's about 7:15, which is which means I've kind of slept through the bell. I have not paid attention, and I wake up, and normally when I hear that in the middle of the night, Mama is there with the golden fluid.
Yeah,
feeding
time.
Wow, she's there with the nectar of the babies.
Sure,
and so it will go away.
Do you ever have to get up at night and get rid of the golden fluid?
Oh, that is so disgusting.
Yeah, well,
but I'm talking about taking a leak.
Oh, yeah, well, I had to do that, too.
Of course.
That's what wakes me up. So...
when you unbutton yourself from that flight mask, how long does it take, or do you take it with you into...
No, I have to, in order to move anywhere, I have to disengage
He
from
takes
my
it off.
Bane face mask.
And what he'll do is he'll turn to baby Michael and he'll say, Michael, I am your father.
Incidentally, tomorrow on the vignette, the opening of the show, just for all the people that love it, we will have Bane, because it's the #1 Halloween costume.
Yeah, I think
so.
that's
Bane
excellent.
will be visiting tomorrow because he's not happy about
does he love
people
him?
using that.
But does he love Halloween?
He's not a fan of any holiday.
Oh. Really?
He's a miserable guy.
He hates joy.
Very dangerous, too. So you're asking how if I can travel with that mask?
Yes.
No, I have to disengage from the mask.
Okay,
it's electric, right?
I always pictured when you put it on, it forms such a tight seal that when you take it off, it's always...
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you shut the supply of oxygen.
Yeah.
You shut that off.
Do you remember
This is the opening Fat Man Mike segment.
No, it's nothing to do
I
with
did not
fat.
come in there expecting this today.
It's nothing to do with fat. It's just that Oscar's envisioning you taking off your sleep apnea apparatus like when they take their suits off in Gravity.
Here's how it works. At night, you have the plastic mask. It is attached to the hose. It puts the lotion on.
Or else it gets the hose again. Don't you see how clear it is?
That's so much work to go to bed.
That's right.
Oh, I can't win today.
But you know what it is?
I just can't win.
You should be kind, and I'll tell you why. Because without that apparatus, Oscar, Mike dies.
That's true. It's keeping you alive.
So I sit up, and then when I hear the baby cry, I take out my earplugs.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
There is such a process for me preparing for sleep. I'm tired of it.
And then
I am.
when does
I'm tired
Carla-
of preparing for sleep.
When does Carla unbuckle you from the straps? You are pleased to unloosen the straps.
It burns! So I take off the mask. And the baby is stirring and crying. And normally, I'm thinking it's much earlier in the morning, and that the baby's going to get the boob. Mm-hmm. And I hear cry. And I'm like, what? Cry. And I'm like, what? Cry. And I'm like, wow, what is the deal? Why isn't Carla? Normally, there's, it's breastfeeding time, right? And I turn over, and the baby's not anywhere to be seen. And the baby's in a little bassinet next to the bed, and Carla's nowhere to be seen. And I'm just... Even though it's late, 7:15, that's late for me. I guess I've come out of an amazingly deep sleep because I am totally
awake
and utterly out of it, and I'm going, what's going on? And I take the mask off.
You're in a haze.
Yeah, I'm like, so I walk around, and I assume at this point that Carla's in the shower and hasn't heard the baby, but the baby really is wailing at this point. So I pick him up and I pat him on the back, and he calms down immediately, which is rare. Usually when he's in that state, he keeps going.
Wants to eat.
So I'm doing this, and then I lay him down on the bed, and I give him a little binky, and he's chilling really well. But before I did that, the door flies open, and Carla, I guess, didn't hear him.
Does she come in like Kramer?
And she opens, it's sort of like, just opens the door like that. I'm holding the baby. At this point, the baby's still wailing.
Oh.
Now, when the baby is next to my ear, and I'm patting him on the back, and I'm trying to soothe him, and he's going, wah, wah, and I'm sitting there with that, and it sounded, well, this is not the perfect baby cry, because this does a, but he's like this next to my ear.
Yelling.
And it's amplified, yeah.
And Carla comes out of the bathroom, stands in the bathroom doorway, opens the doorway, and says this to me. Turn it up. Yeah. What's happening? What's going on? What's going on, Mike? I'm like, excuse me? What's going on? What's wrong with you? I can't hear you, Carla. I can't hear you, Carla.
Yeah, you're essentially. You're essentially wearing baby headphones.
Yes,
because he's screaming in your ear.
So I yell back, "I can't hear you. The baby's crying." Yeah. And as soon as I do that, that's. It's not like that.
The baby won't listen to reason. The baby is inconsolable, and what have you done to its eyes?
So I now, because I've overreacted and I am guilty as charged, and incidentally, these little problems compared to people with real problems, this is not a big deal. I accept that.
But at the moment, it's huge.
For all of you that are going to write me, you think you've got a problem. Yeah, I know mine aren't a big deal. But at this particular time, it's just a tad stressful. Just a tad stressful.
Yeah. So you also haven't done this in 20-odd years.
So
the oddest.
Tell me about it. But anyway, so she gets upset because I reacted like that, and I put the baby. You don't have to yell at me. I'm like, well, I'm just trying to. And I just go back over. I lay the baby down next to me. I put on the Today Show, and I just start to chill.
Then you
with
start
the baby
crying.
There. There was a time where I just wanted to really. At one point, I want to lie my head back and just go with that within a 5-minute period of being jarred out of sleep and then having this altercation. You know what it's like. We all have our significant others. You know what it's like when you have an altercation out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
First thing in the morning. It's
and you're
not a good
And you know
feeling
what?
out.
You're at a disadvantage because you're groggy.
I'm super groggy.
And it's you know what it was?
Out of it groggy.
It was groggy plus panicked baby, then altercation.
Right.
A bad cocktail.
Right.
Yeah.
So she goes about getting ready for work. I'm sitting there with the baby. And then when she leaves for work, I'm still out of it. I'm kind of watching the Today Show, but it's taking me a long time to get going. And she says to me, "Have a nice day." And I'm like, "You too." And that was our morning.
Yeah.
That's our morning. And she walks out, and I felt like horrible. And then I look down, and I see that I have the other two life forms, the two hounds that have to be taken care of. And the hounds it is now approaching like 7:30, 7:45.
Right.
And so the dogs are like, nah, nah, pee, 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 pee.
Yeah, food,
and
food,
Frankie, the neurotic brain surgery patient that I have to deal with, Frankie decides this is the morning he is going to require me to chase him around the house.
What?
To get
Around
him to
the
go
house?
out. Around the house. The dog that I am really
Does he
this
feed,
close to with this dog.
Does he feed on your stress?
I don't know.
Does
what
he read
is.
you?
I think so.
Because you know what? I think Beluga has the intelligence to play you.
Or the slothfulness.
But not the energy to play you. But I think Frankie...
You know what Frankie did this morning?
What?
Frankie comes downstairs, and normally he waits at the door. And I put a little leash on him because he's taken to running into the front yard where he could get hit by a car. So now I bring the leash out.
I mean, God forbid, Mike.
No, I don't cross my fingers.
No.
I sit there with the leash, and he usually puts his little paws up on my leg, and I hook him up.
Right.
And Beluga gets the free rein of the yard because he ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, you're lucky if he goes out to the yard.
Absolutely. And I walk Frankie around. That's the drill. This morning, he's not coming to me. He's not coming to me, and he bolts for the front of the house where the doors have been left open. You know, I never do that. And guess where he does a beeline for?
The studio.
And I ran from the front of the house to the back, and he is in here.
Ready to go. Is he?
He was ready to evacuate his little tarred bowels.
Did the back start to arch?
You know what? All I know is he was out of here before I even opened the curtain. We stopped him, and he came back. And then
did you apologize to Carla?
No, later on this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. And so he finally went outside with Frankie on the leash. An isolated storm. Did you catch any of the isolated downpours?
Got it.
Yeah, that happened right when I was taking the dogs out this morning too. Which were me. It's a pretty good little Wednesday.
So far,
pretty
so
good
good.
little Wednesday. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Skrillex, baby.
How old is this?
I have no idea. I don't even like it. I'm just playing it because it's called Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. It's a Halloween record.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's new.
This portion of our program is brought to you by LegalZoom. You know what? This is a good time to start a small business.
It is.
This is also a time of year, much like spring. Spring and fall is similar, where people like to get their financial house in order and they want to get their stuff together. It's very important to know that you don't just have to go to an expensive law firm if you have legal work you want to take care of. Right now, you can incorporate your business, you can form an LLC, and you can do it at LegalZoom.com for just $99. LegalZoom's online process guides you step by step, and you will get total customer support. Their customer support is incredible. It could not be any easier. We're talking about wills, if you want to start a small business, if you've got a business where you're saying, boy, I need to cover my butt legally, you can do a lot of this stuff at LegalZoom.
This past weekend, I realized, and my brother actually kind of started this with our friends at Encore with the life insurance policy. And I realized I didn't have a living will. And I went on there, and within, I would say 15 minutes time, because I don't have much to give, I was able to take care of it.
Good.
It was much cheaper than a law firm, and I was good to go.
Who gets the watch?
You know what? I didn't even itemize certain things. I just said my possessions.
Yep.
My kids have already split up the microphones.
But pretty impressive.
LegalZoom provides self-help services at your specific direction, and they can connect you to an attorney, but they are not a law firm. So you save a pile of money. All you have to do is go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the LegalZoom banner. It's easy. It's easy to do. Don't wait on the sidelines while others are taking charge of their futures. Now is the best time to get in the game and launch your business. Don't put it off. For incorporations, trademarks, patents, more than that, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the LegalZoom banner. Remember our website and click LegalZoom. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for allowing me to vent
I had
my
no
frustrations.
idea. I had no idea you'd had such a day.
It just went no. And Rob, I have to point it out. I know, and I recognize this when I'm having my meltdown. I recognize that other people. I didn't mention that I had like the screaming moment with Frankie too, where I turned around and was like, "Frankie!"
I wonder why.
And then of course he's like 2 pounds, and he's like, and it's me, and it's like, "Frankie, get over here!"
I wonder why he runs away from you.
Oh God! But
you know he does. He
The
feeds
relationship is done. The relationship.
No
is
relationship
hold
is
on.
ever done.
It is established. The dog doesn't like me. Is terrified of me. I have never abused the dog in any way, and the dog doesn't like me, and I don't like the dog. That's it.
See,
we can accept that.
That's how it started with you and Matt Bloom, and look how that became.
I like Pony Boy.
Yeah, but remember how he used to be scared of you and hated you?
Well, it's what I still don't like are Pony Boy's answers to direct questions. Which seriously takes you on a Candyland game ride.
That was a wondrous,
insane.
It was a wondrous moment that I walked into when he had just finished a 10-minute answer to a question.
Yeah, Oscar knows how to communicate with me.
And then Oscar answered the same question in 5 words, and I looked at you and I said, "Worthwhile."
Oscar plays me as well as any human being in any
doesn't
business.
Play you.
Hold on, this is a compliment. He plays me as well as anybody in any business I have ever been in. He knows me before I know me, and he will call me, and he'll give me stuff that I don't want to hear, and he'll say it in the right way, and it's great. But with Pony, sometimes I will ask him a question. Pony knows really now the way to do it is, I'm not really sure. I think maybe I think all answers to the questions from now on, Pony should be just defer to Oscar.
Yeah, I think it's a good
that's
idea.
probably the way to do it. But Pony goes.
Pony boy,
oh, that's right.
Pony boy, won't you be my pony
Sing his song, please.
My pony boy.
Play the other one. All right.
It's pony time! Get up!
Terrible communication. That. All right. Anyway, so Pony, since we have you on the show now, Pony, perhaps we could discuss your last week wedding situation. You went to a wedding. What was the official start time of the wedding? Because we never really got that specifically out of you.
Well, I wasn't exactly sure what it was. It was 4 o'clock.
Oh, it was a 4 o'clock.
Wow, and you were able to make it?
Yes.
Even with the day off, you were still able to make the 4
Now
o'clock.
I know why he was
of
telling us it was a
preparation.
noon. Now he lied.
He said it was a noon question.
Well, he lied. He
Well,
lied.
I didn't
noon
know.
ceremony.
He knows he
No,
would've-
check the tape. He said noon.
He would have gotten crap if he said 4 o'clock, because you said, well, you can do the show and make it to 4 o'clock, especially if you're not going to post the bonus show. I mean, that's cool. That's no problem at all.
I mean,
It's-
really.
A lot of times when there are no weddings, the bonus shows up way before 4.
Right, and
Just a
incidentally,
thought.
but the thing is, if it was the day after, I can understand it. But I mean, the before, I understand. You wanted to be with them the morning. Were you in the wedding party?
I was not, but I was involved with the planning and everything.
What, were you the AV guy? What were you?
No, I was making sure the AV guy had everything he needed and didn't screw things up.
I just got a copy of the wedding program. I found out what Matt's title was. Matt Bloom was the guy responsible for not posting the wedding bonus show. That was his job at the wedding, and apparently he did a great job.
So we
You know what's great about this?
What's that?
Is it's been, I would say, 4 days since the goof up.
Yeah.
Or the mess up.
Oh, he really thought it was under the bridge.
He thought it was over. He's like, oh, dodge that bullet.
No, you got to understand what our listeners do, Pony. I mean, Rob and I will get 10 different people that'll be communicating with us directly about it. We won't all get the same messages, but we will get them. It'll get back to us.
Oh, yeah.
We have a wonderful collection of whiners that listen to this show, they'll let us know if there's a problem.
What we just did to Pony is like the equivalent of I'm arguing with Carrie about like finances of this month, and then she pulls up something that an ex-girlfriend did in 1990. We just totally threw it at him. But I'm sure the wedding was great, and it happened at, 7 p.m.?
It was at 4 o'clock. When did you have to be ready to go for the wedding? Honest answer.
Okay, tell the
when
truth
did you
now.
leave your studio apartment and head over to the wedding?
I left at about...
Tell the truth.
Come on.
Don't lie.
3:30.
3:30.
Oh,
Wow.
you mother effer.
What time do you normally get home from the Mike O'Mara show on a day that you come to work?
About 1 or 1:30 or so.
So, I'm no math major. I'm no mathematician, no math major, but if you were to come in and do the show and get home, you'd need 2 hours. That would leave you with only 2 hours to get ready.
Well, no, there were other
And did
things
you have to get you had to get your hair done? What?
No, I was getting the introduction tape all together and making sure that the DJ had gotten it.
And that's all stuff that cannot be done in advance.
Yeah, that's an email. That's an email. That's
the DJ did not answer.
That's
That
the
was
DJ's fault.
Funny,
that you
neither
took
did
off.
our computer guy.
Yeah. So you took the whole day to track down the DJ, huh?
Yeah.
Well, not just that. I was also getting ready.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever
There's
tied it?
something we don't know about you? Because it shouldn't take you 8 hours to get ready.
If you need help, I could have helped you tie that tie. I could bring it in under 20 minutes.
Hey, Pony.
You wanted the day off. That's cool. You wanted the day off on your friend's wedding day,
Sure.
right? Is that what it was?
Well, I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't get screwed up if we ended up going late or something.
Okay, what did you want to make sure of? That you were going to leave at 3:30 for the 7 o'clock wedding?
Yeah.
Not 7 o'clock wedding.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Okay.
4 p.m. was the ceremony?
Correct.
So,
If you're so scary important at that wedding, you're leaving at 3:30?
Well, again, I wanted to make sure that everything was good to go.
This is not making sense.
No, it's
Is it
not.
just me?
I'll tell you what was really
Pony,
good.
step to the podium.
You know what was
get
really
over-
we
get
need
over
we
here.
need to eyeball you.
Yeah,
You can't go in
you're
your corner
hiding
anymore.
at that computer.
Yes, you are.
I tell you
Come
one thing
on
that
over
was
being dishonest, and I don't like dishonesty.
You know what was really good to go? Matt Bloom on Thursday evening because he was good to go and not come back here.
Seriously, after the show on Thursday, it's just like, hey, Pony, I want to do
And he's gone.
Sorry, he's out of there. So anyway.
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
How's it going?
What's it like being a liar?
Hey, was there a printed invitation to the wedding? Like something that you got in the mail? Or was it just like an Evite?
I'm not very good with
No.
remembering
This is
times.
really an easy
Yes,
question.
yes, there
It has
was.
nothing. There was a printed invitation. So often on the invitation, they include details like the parents of the bride are often mentioned. The time of the wedding is usually brought up.
It definitely is.
Was it in there in script? Was it beautiful?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. Do you still have that?
No.
We're going to need a signed copy of it.
I'd love to see it. Maybe even framed.
We're going to need a signed
So,
copy of it.
again, the guys here on the show were so gracious enough to do some wedding introductions.
And
Really
they-
go out of the way. Something that they get paid, they would get paid a lot of money to do if somebody came privately to them and say, hey, could you voice these?
And come to think of it, we offered to do that after we offered to actually move up the time of the show that day.
Right.
To allow for your schedule. So you could have had 4 hours to prepare. But I understand that it's tough sometimes, to pin a carnation.
So
did you let me just cut to the
Please.
here's a rare circumstance where Mike to the rescue.
Okay. Oh. Well, you've had a day and you
Let
want
me
to
just
share
say,
the joy.
Did you just want the day? Did you just want to chill out on your friend's wedding day and not have to worry about posting the show or running our cameras or doing any of the or feeling any of the
or lying to us?
The burden of the truth.
Because otherwise there is no legitimate reason for you to have not been here.
Okay. So, as far as the bonus show goes, I had spent as much time on Friday getting that ready to go by what is it? 3:30.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it did not make it into all of the bonus packages because that's something I have to do at 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
When it posts.
Could you have done
yes.
it at 2?
I could have tried, but if I didn't get it done in time, if there were some weird problem, then there would have been...
Then nobody would have gotten it?
Or there would have been, like, some of the people getting it, and it would have been a really weird situation, and I figured it was just easier to handle it on Saturday morning.
You know what else is a weird situation? Allowing 3 hours to tie a tie. Very weird.
What were you doing in the morning?
I tell you.
Sorry?
Yeah.
What were you doing in the morning?
I was working on the website. and
Or
working
Friday?
on the...
Friday morning?
Yeah.
Little me time.
okay.
A little me time.
Mike, we got it.
Oh, we got a break?
Yeah.
You got to stay in the chair.
Okay,
We'll finish
hang on.
this with you right after this.
Yep.
He has to get over to his station when we take a break. We will take a break.
Go get your crypt notes.
We will take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
And I've got no defense for it. The heat.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Got my Halloween candy from Amazon yesterday.
Oh, it's the best way to do it.
Yes, I did. I went through the Mike O'Mara Show page and ordered my Halloween candy. Full size Kit Kats, Reese's, and almond Hershey bars and regular Hershey bars, which, Carla, it is the seal has not been broken on those candy containers, and Carla has hidden them.
Really?
At my instruction, Carla hid the candy.
I have a question for you regarding Halloween and Amazon. Do you have any Halloween traditional viewing? Something you watch every Halloween?
No.
In my house, we always watch the
Yes, it's called the World Series.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Every 60 years,
Exactly.
you watch the Red Sox
Right.
and the World Series.
Well,
We
like
always
every
watch
3 years now.
We always watch the Ichabod Crane, the Disney cartoon.
Okay.
And I needed a copy of it. Do you know that I ordered it on Amazon yesterday? It's going to be at my house when I get home today.
There you go.
If you want to watch a movie and you want to watch it right away, Amazon can get it to you in a day.
Remember, the only thing you need with Amazon, the only thing you'll have to provide is your mouse.
Squeak!
Just click and Amazon makes it a cinch. If you need it, Amazon has it always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. And don't forget, it's the best place for all your office supplies, too. Today and every day. Save money and support the show. Just click Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and don't be afraid to bookmark it. I'm going to turn this over to you.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm having trouble communicating with him. I don't understand where where the truth begins and where it ends.
He's playing you like Frankie plays you.
Really?
Yeah, he's dragging his feet.
Well, it makes me feel like I'm intimidating him or I'm frightening him, and he
no.
knows that I have esteem for you, correct? Mm-hmm. You know I like you.
Mm-hmm. Talking
right?
into the mic. This is a radio show.
Do I make you more nervous than he makes you? And I'm pointing to Oscar.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I make you more nervous?
Yeah.
But I've only yelled at you once since you've worked here.
Well, twice.
Twice?
Well, once while I was being paid, and then once well before then. It was
when I didn't know you at
frightening.
all.
Yeah.
When I didn't know you.
Was he yelling directly at you, or was he just sort of yelling? Because
Well,
sometimes
it's
he
hard
does
to
that
tell.
too. Yeah,
It's hard to tell.
Well, Mike's the hammer. I'm the ice pick.
Yes. I'm going to turn it over to the surgeon.
Yeah, I'm the circus peanut.
Because I am first of all, the logistics of the posting of the show and the technical ends of the show. Really, Rob and Oscar are more versed in that. So I'm going to turn it over to them. They work closer with you than I do on a daily basis.
Pony Boy.
Yes, sir.
You before we continue, I think the jury should know that you are the hardest working behind the scenes guy that we've ever had on this program.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely put in way more hours than are allotted on your time card, and I will
nice.
always appreciate that, and I know the show does, and the people listening to the show do as well.
And if I can just add to that
Yes.
quickly, there are some big changes that are about to happen that are going to really benefit the listener. And Pony is the linchpin in all of this.
Yes.
A lot of this is contingent on your hard work. I would say 6 days of 7.
So if you wanted to take a vacation day, I totally understand that, and we probably would have given it to you, even if the wedding was.
Well, look what we did when he asked.
Yeah,
there wasn't even a discussion.
at 4 p.m.
He busts his ass here.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a discussion about it, nor would there be. Everybody's had their time.
Yeah.
Everybody gets their time. We work very hard, and people, look, I'm not. There are people that work harder. Rob and I use the same expression. We're not breaking rocks here, and we're not. But as far as a day-to-day effort, we've stepped up the game in the last 6 months with this show to provide this show for people because We love doing it, and we also think that we've seen an improvement in our business with generating more content for people.
Right. Yes.
And when I mention that, I'm mentioning specifically the bonus shows and the delivery systems
Right.
of the bonus shows. So
Faster downloads.
We love
10 times faster.
We love what we're doing,
Yes.
and we're doing more of it because we're enjoying it, and we know that this is a time to. At the beginning of this business to actually provide more content. So on our end, that's the way we feel about it. With that being said, we're a little pilot bureau that gives each other slack when somebody's got to do something or
Right.
somebody's going to be somewhere. I've got a day coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Oscar's had time. Rob's had time. There are all sorts of factors that we do. So. It's a flexible working environment.
Yes.
At least I think
Absolutely.
so.
Of course.
Right.
It's flexible when the truth is told.
All we need are the details. That's all we require.
Your day on Friday.
Correct.
What time did it start?
It started at, the usual 6 a.m. is when I always
Okay,
wake
you
up.
wake up. You treat your body like an amusement park.
Let me ask a
You
question
hit the showers.
that predates this.
Oh, okay, please.
Because you knew that Friday was going to be a non-work day, did Thursday night, was it a little more intense than a Thursday night would
Great
normally
question,
be?
counselor.
I'm saying no
that's
more
what Rob
or
and I
less.
would do.
Yeah.
Rob and I would definitely.
Yeah, I would hit the sauce.
Yeah, we'd hit the juice.
Well, I mean, that, of course, happened, but no more or less than normal.
Did the
night.
thought ever enter your mind, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and have this extra olive tonight, wink, wink, because I got nothing on me tomorrow except chasing this mythical disc jockey?
No.
Okay.
No,
good.
definitely
All right.
not.
So Friday, 6 a.m. begins.
6 a.m., I wake
You
up.
pleasure yourself.
repeatedly.
Be honest.
Oh, constantly.
On that, I'd like you to lie.
Continue, please.
Okay, so
Quickly.
I got up and I did my normal routine of having coffee, waking up, and then checking emails, making sure the website's up and running.
Because it was running on Friday, if I recall.
Sure.
Sure was.
Yeah.
And then I
Mike?
said, okay, I'm going
Mike.
to take a
Mike.
shower.
I love you, Carla.
No, we're listening.
I'm
we're
sorry.
back. We're back.
All
We're
right, go
back. We're
ahead.
back. We're
Now,
back.
when you
It's
stand
really-
in the shower, does the water hit you from all the streams, or do you have to sort of move around to make sure you make
So I
contact?
have to lay flat so it all hits me.
A bath might be best.
Right.
So you spent about 10 minutes on the website?
I spent a good, maybe even 20.
Really? Okay. There we go. The truth finally comes out. So you took Friday off.
I certainly did, and again, I have to tell you.
Yes!
Again,
With really, you took Friday off with looking forward to what's better than an average happy hour. So you had the day off on Friday, and the only thing you had to really worry about was your buddy's wedding, and that was a pretty. I would imagine once it was the decks were cleared, a pretty nice little Friday, right?
It all comes down to me being stupid and not knowing what time the
Okay,
wedding
you're
was
not
at.
dumb. You're not dumb. Don't ever call yourself stupid because you're not. You're a
No,
bright
but
guy.
I was being stupid.
No, you're being foolish. Is what you're
Yes,
being.
fine.
Foolish.
That works too.
Wow. You know what? And after talking to Oscar's parental unit yesterday, I see where he gets it. You're not being stupid. You're being foolish.
You're being foolish, Mr. Bond. When did you realize the wedding was at 4?
Well, I realized this on Thursday when my friends and neighbors, they yelled at me and told me that I had everything wrong.
Oh, because they listened to the show. And they realized that the wedding wasn't at noon because it wasn't.
God, you know what would have been great? We had all mentally and physically prepared for Pony to not be here on Friday.
Right.
What if after he found out, he showed up anyway?
Oh, work ethic.
Oh,
Wouldn't
my
that have been
God.
Look
something?
at that.
Yeah.
Would have been.
Even if it was
fantastic.
just to get us, so you say, you know what? I got to be out of here at 12:02, but I wanted to make sure everything was on point.
I didn't want anything to go wrong on my watch.
That's right. And you know what? I found that I had a few extra minutes to spend, and I wanted to spend them with you guys.
What has this experience taught you, Pony?
It's taught me to never take a day off again.
No. Even it teaches you really that details are everything.
Extremely important.
Right?
Yes.
And which is strange because what you do for a living, outside of the show is detail oriented.
Yes,
It's
very
right.
much.
Yeah, because so you would think times and places and schedule are going to be important to you.
A little thing can throw the whole thing off. For example, Linux, case sensitive, right?
Extremely.
You a capital A when you need a lowercase a. To most people, it doesn't mean a thing.
Right.
But to you, it ruins a day's work.
It can destroy the whole
Yeah.
server.
And so if you showed up at the church at 2 o'clock, you said, "This place is empty."
And you deal with code all the time too, right?
Correct.
You're a code guy.
Yeah.
All right. So now so you've the fact is that just let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I screwed that up big time.
But the thing is, how was the wedding itself?
The wedding was fantastic, and this is the funniest part. Given all that extra time, I was still 15 minutes late.
Oh my
Not
God.
acceptable.
A-hole. To
But
a wedding?
You were 15 minutes late for a wedding? You're not supposed to.
What are you, Joe Theismann?
Funerals. Funerals and weddings you're not supposed to be late for.
That's right. Pony will be late to his own funeral.
Wow.
Well, it's fine. The DJ was 25 minutes late. So
Well,
You're better than the DJ.
But it was did the DJ need to be there for the ceremony?
yes.
So that they were like playing the
He was-
wedding march?
Well, he attempted to.
How many guests at the wedding?
Oh man, more details. 35.
35. So it's
Remember
a
he said there was
relatively
like 100
I said
and
no.
something?
I said it was like closer to 60. But yeah. it
Do
was
you
way off
when you
again.
Broad strokes.
Here's the thing. I don't
Real
think you
broad.
lie. I don't think you can.
I think you just
I don't
don't
think you can
know.
pull
Yeah.
like in the stress of the microphone being on. I don't think you're good at pulling things. Really.
All right, here, let
That
me ask
is
you.
very correct.
Let's see if there's questions he can answer.
Uh-oh.
How many cigarettes are there in a pack?
I believe that would be 20.
That's exactly right. See, that he knows. We just need to ask him stuff he
One
understands.
of the things that disc jockeys do, on-air hosts do, we pull stats and informations out of our behinds.
Yes.
But we do so, and the best example of this, I think the greatest in the history of broadcasting, would be a gentleman by the name of Glenn Beck, who literally believes all of the stuff that comes out of his mouth and pulls crap out of nowhere and says it in an authoritative way. I think Glenn Beck does it as more of an artiste. He's not as successful, but as more of an artist than Rush Limbaugh is.
And also,
Rush Limbaugh, believe it or not, is probably better staffed and has better facts because he's so much bigger than Glenn Beck is. Glenn Beck will pull stuff that's just amazing. DJs do it all the time.
Honorable mention
ask
to Ken Beatrice.
Ask me any numerical question.
How many hit records did Elvis Presley have? Hot 100.
Everybody knows that. It's 1 million.
That's exactly right.
See? That's
Yeah.
the way you do it.
Back
That's the
after
way
this.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
you try to do that, but you do it in such a way that you like stammer and
You
you
stumble and bumble.
That's the
Ham
problem.
and Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 35. It's a tiny little wedding
It was.
in a little
It
ballroom.
was.
He was the
Correct.
35th person to arrive.
That is also true.
And the DJ was how late?
25.
How pissed off were the bride and groom?
You know, I didn't really see that because I was too late to figure out how pissed off they were.
Oh, so when you arrived,
Are you really friends with these people?
Yeah, very, very good.
so when you arrived, the wedding hadn't begun yet.
Correct.
Now, you live where? In Fairfax?
Yes.
And the wedding was where?
Right next door.
Okay, so you actually had to leave after
I was
the
waiting
start
for
time.
my friend to get to my house because we were leaving for the wedding from my
see,
place.
I thought you were working on the bonus show because you said you were working on the bonus show.
Well, I was
before you
working on the
left.
bonus show during the afternoon.
Yeah, I see. It's so
I-
strange,
it's
right?
so
it's, like,
many-
it's like working with a guy from Memento.
This is like what this is something. If we were police, this would be impossible. This
Oh,
is-
I would be.
It's like go back to the cell because
Yeah.
none of your story
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, or the psych ward.
It
So-
doesn't make sense at all.
You weren't late. Your friend was late.
Correct.
Now, do you want to throw your friend under the bus, or does this friend have a name?
Her name is Kate.
Oh, it's
Oh, you boning, Kate? What's going on?
Wow.
No, no.
Oh, yeah.
Is Kate?
A
Kate-
good friend.
Does Kate have kittens?
No. She's a good friend of mine.
Check her in 9 months.
So the wedding
You
went
know what
off.
I'm saying?
So you don't know whether the bride and groom were pissed because you were late too. So
Well-
when you got there, it was 10 minutes before the ceremony started. It was perfect for you.
It was perfect timing.
That's right. And then friend Kate said, I don't think anyone noticed.
When you and try to answer this because this I can't make it any more of a specific question.
Yeah.
When you arrived at the venue, whether it's a ballroom or whatever room
Holiday
they're
Inn.
in, the Holiday Inn room, you walk in. Are people sitting in chairs waiting for the ceremony to begin?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, that's not
Yes,
good.
they were.
Okay. And so, did they look at you like, "Oh my God, look who's late"?
No, because there were still
Stick
people
showed
that
up.
were being ushered in.
So,
Had they already plugged in the mechanical bull?
Of course.
So the wedding began at 4:00, which means you arrived at 4:15.
Yes.
What time did the DJ get the MP3s?
I would imagine it was about 4:25 when he got everything.
No, I'm talking about the stuff
and you
that
were working
sent
with the
him.
DJ, so were you part of the reason the DJ was late?
No, when I saw him hustling to set everything up, I ran over and asked him if he had gotten the introductions, because that was the one thing that I did not want him to
mess up.
I wanted to make sure that all went smoothly,
Yes.
and
'Cause that's on you.
fortunately it did.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
That
the
was
only
one
thing-
of his home runs on Friday.
So the only thing you were sending to him were the intros that I had recorded for him.
Correct, and we had mixed it together into a, song that you
And
could
Rob
play.
Rob did a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
job with,
But
the,
Rob did
with the
that.
music and
We spaced
You
the
didn't
timing
do
out.
anything, but Rob
No,
did that.
No. He actually did the mix
Oh,
down.
okay.
I
Yeah.
suggested music for him,
Oh,
but
with your help.
But
yeah.
he handled the
Didn't
mix
you
down.
also send them a bunch of music for their wedding?
Yeah, I'm wondering
Yeah.
about the disc jockey because I do believe I sent them a complete wedding
Remix
album.
You did.
So that was that well received?
It was. The problem with the DJ, yes, it was very fun.
Good.
The problem with the DJ was, he didn't really know how to set up his equipment and get his levels right.
I've never heard of such a DJ.
Yeah, this is a bad
he
jockey or a
Did they
horrible-
pay for him?
They did.
Really?
Did they get him
Yep.
from like the local high school?
I don't know where the hell they got him from, but he sucked. He overmodulated "Here Comes the Bride," so of course you just heard this.
That's
Wow.
not cool.
Oh, that's
No,
I hope they
Oh,
got a
yeah,
refund.
Incidentally, go with the best next time.
Yeah,
Mr. Rob Spiewak.
Yes, sir. Mix a lot.
I believe I think they may have, in a veiled way, asked me to.
You said no.
And I sent them
Well,
the
he-
music, and I said, you know what, I wish you all the very best.
Done enough. Now,
all the
Pony.
major charity events for Rob
And you know
Spiewak.
what? To be fair, we couldn't have two people missing that day.
So you had all day to figure out how to post a bonus show.
Oh, I know how to post the bonus
but
show.
you blew that off.
No, I did a crap load of preparation. It's just that at the end of the day, there was not enough time to do the whole posting, so I didn't want to do a partial.
Did you ever think to say, hey, I'll call my friend Oscar or Rob or Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you're friends with Mike. I'll call my boss, Mike.
Yeah, I'll send him an email.
And I'll ask him if I can post a bonus show early.
Well, I maybe should have done.
And you know what else would have been good is apparently there's other people that are able-bodied. Did you ask that disc jockey if he could have posted the bonus show?
No, because he was a dick.
Oh, okay, he was.
He was. How did
He was
the
a dick.
how did the intros for the bride and groom go over?
The intros were fantastic, and
they
right
liked
after,
them?
I don't think he liked anything. He
No,
had
they
no
liked them,
emotion.
but-
They
yeah,
loved
yeah,
it.
yeah.
They loved it. I
Sure.
thought you said,
Listen,
he.
Pony. Listen. They liked them.
Yes.
A couple loved them.
They
okay,
loved
thank
them.
you.
All right, very good.
All right, get
And
out.
then the disc jockey that ruined everything, he was back to doing mornings as Tommy McFly. Is that what he did afterwards?
Probably.
Yeah. That's a fun show.
So
What have we learned?
Yeah,
Pony?
what's the takeaway, Pony?
Communication is key, and know times and dates.
And never give up.
That's
yes,
right.
that too.
Yes.
That's right.
at the end of the
And go Red Sox.
At the end of the wedding, the reception and all that, because was that fun?
That was a blast, except for when the DJ would have long, awkward pauses between all of the songs, and then the drunk speech was pretty good too.
What drunk speech?
Oh my God. The bride's uncle.
I'd love to hear it.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's
all
right,
God,
that's
we
the bride's
tried.
uncle. All right,
We
that's
truly
right.
tried,
We
didn't
did.
we?
It's okay, buddy.
That's
It's
right.
okay.
You did
Back to the
great.
nook.
You go over there to
Go to your nook.
to your
Go to your nook.
line corner.
Thank you, Pony.
That was a good.
Thank you. And before that, really, so the bride's uncle got drunk and gave a rambling speech, and it was funny.
It was very funny, and he forgot the groom's name.
Did the rambling, nonsensical speech resemble the last segment we just did?
It was probably better.
Jim Carrey's on the other line, Pony. Liar, Liar 2. They're gonna need an actor for that. So maybe you want to try.
We didn't get to it today because we had the whole Pony Inquisition there. But my question is, there probably was a little fallout, I assume, from the Mrs. Santana discussion yesterday.
Haven't talked to my mom. She will not answer my calls.
Well, maybe
Really?
Shannon seems to be okay with everything. So see how that goes.
We will give you 24 hours and hopefully get a report on that tomorrow.
Yeah, I called her twice already
to find out about that. And I have to talk to you tomorrow about the recent culinary discovery in China that listener Demetrius sent me that is absolutely one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen. And also something about that special sauce I like so bad.
Oh, really?
We didn't get to any of that on the show today.
Yeah, but we sure got a lot of pony.
We got a lot of pony, and we will do more of that tomorrow. We'll get to everything we didn't get to today. Coming up, we have news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll take a break. Come right back, everybody.
And he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment brought to you by FanDuel. I'm in. Ladies and gentlemen, I have done it all by my onesies.
As a matter of fact, Josh was notified he's out.
Yes.
He's dead to you.
No, he's not dead to me because I will.
As a manager, he's dead to you.
When he comes in Friday, I'd like to know how to enter a few more different leagues with my same lineup. There's some logistics I'm working on, but I have gone to the FanDuel website and I have entered my $63,000 game for $10.
Wow.
That's the upside potential in this league. Now, yes, are there a lot of people in the competition? There are, but the fact is, if you hit one of those special days,
that's right.
Who knows? The sky's the limit. FanDuel is fantastic, and I picked my lineup today. They give you, it's very simple. You go in, you enter one of the contests they have, and then you set your lineup. And your set lineup gives you really Monopoly money to pick your players, and there's a limited amount of Monopoly money for everybody. Everybody gets the same salary cap.
Okay.
So
and every player has a value.
Every player has a value. You go in, you put your players in there based on the value, and you spend every dime you have, and you have to do some adjusting, as I did once you set your lineup, and then you enter whatever contest you have. And they have a zillion of them on FanDuel where you can pick the different kind of contest that's right for you. You can do ones where there's less risk with a better payout, or you can do ones where you've got less a chance of winning, but the payoff if you do win is incredible. And that's why FanDuel has paid out over $135 million so far. These are 1-week fantasy football leagues for real money. They will give you immediate weekly cash payouts with no waiting, no upfront fees, no season-long commitments, and you can play 1 week or you can play every week.
Fantastic.
And I do it every week with a different lineup, and it makes the NFL so much more fun to watch. Go to FanDuel.com, click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner, and use our wondrous code.
It is wondrous, Oscar.
TMOS to sign up today. Here's your new user special. Remember, the first 200 listeners to sign up will have their deposit matched up to $200, but you have to enter our code TMOS when you join. That is a really, really terrific thing they're doing for our listeners.
It is.
They will match that up to $200.
Free money.
Go to FanDuel, FanDuel.com, and they're a lot of fun. I've really, really enjoyed this football season having them as a sponsor.
Saw you working on the site when I came in.
Really, really good time. We appreciate it.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents news you may not need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, news you may not need.
Eager to cast blame, lawmakers are preparing to grill President Barack Obama's top health official. Actually, they're grilling her right now.
Grilled Sebelius.
They're talking, of course, about the rollout of the government's health care website. A growing number of Republicans in Congress are calling for HHS Secretary Catherine Sebelius to step down or be fired because of problems consumers are having signing up for insurance. Today, Sebelius is on Capitol Hill testifying before the House Energy and Commerce Committee, her first appearance before Congress since state-based health exchanges opened for business on October 1st, and they have punted it. The quote I heard today, I was sharing this with you guys before, you got one party that seems incapable of governing and another party that seems unwilling to want to govern.
Yeah, I hate when they have a really canned, prepared soundbite, but someone said they either plan to fail or failed to plan. But either way, they blew it.
I think they remind me of, I've always felt this way about the party I like.
Yeah.
And I'm on that team. I voted for Barack Obama twice. But that team tends to be, great ideas.
No follow through.
It's like all liberals I know, and I'm one of them. I'm the same way. Here's something we'll do. What's the practical application? What?
Details.
They don't do that.
Do you know how Sebelius...
The way their brains are constructed.
Sebelius could really throw them off today if she showed up, and I don't know if she did this or not. But when she showed up, she had dyed her hair flaming red. Everyone would be so distracted.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
They really might not give her such a hard time.
This is a downer story, but it's a top-of-mind story for people. 6 people found dead in a home by SWAT team.
Yeah.
Authorities found the bodies Tuesday of 4 adults and 2 children, including the body of a man they believe called police. Greenwood County Sheriff's Office spokesman John Long told the Associated Press that the ages of the dead range from 9 years old to early 50s. He could not say immediately how the 6 were killed in the Carolinas. A preliminary investigation indicates the deaths were related to a domestic-related incident. 6 people. That's terrible.
Tragic.
Anyway, they have declined to call it a murder-suicide yet. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. A private survey shows U.S. businesses added just 130,000 jobs in October as the 16-day partial government shutdown slowed an already weak job market. Here's the first empirical evidence of exactly what happened with that government shutdown. Kind of a pain in the ass.
And that story doesn't mention the shutdown we had here on the show last Friday.
That's
right. Tony decided not to come in.
For the 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock wedding.
But the good thing is we have reinstated all non-essential employees.
Are you having a good day, Pony?
No, today's a bad day. I'm very tired.
Payroll processor.
Will you ever learn, Mike?
No.
Keep throwing it to him.
Wow. Payroll processor ADP also said Wednesday the company's created just 145,000 jobs in September, far below the 166,000 it had reported earlier this month. So, what happens when you have a potential of the debt ceiling crisis?
Everyone
and
tightens their belt.
A government shutdown.
Exactly.
It screws everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
All of this could have been changed if she just dyed her hair red.
Now, this is the other team that I'm starting to despise just as much, and it's just pissing me off.
Sure.
You have one group of incompetents, and then you have people that are just desperate to do nothing other than throw darts at the other team.
Yep.
We're in very bad shape.
Well, it's important, though, as citizens to actually try to, get away from those politics and just do business.
Yeah.
If you've got a business, hire people.
True enough.
If you're spending money or you're hoarding money, figure out how to spend it wisely and stimulate the economy.
You've got to look at the big picture, and this is what the politicians need to do. They need to stop
Yeah.
thinking along party lines. Think about the lines of what benefits everybody.
But I think, Oscar, even with these businesses, you want to hire people, you have to think that they are looking at it like an investor would look at the stock market. You don't know. And if you have that uncertainty, that's one of the worst things you can do to an economy. The job market had been weakening even before the shutdown started October 1st. Employees were also worried about a standoff over the debt ceiling. So it just goes on and on. Troubled singer Chris Brown is heading into rehab. A representative for the R&B star announced Tuesday that Brown has decided to go to rehab a day after he was released from jail. How many of you think this is just your typical lawyer scam?
Of course.
Averting the probation attorney that's
No, I think he's going
judge.
to come out a devout Catholic, Mike.
Yeah, well, he was arrested for punching another guy in D.C. over the weekend. He remains on probation after his 2009 attack on Rihanna. And Chris Brown, quote, has elected to enter a rehab facility. A statement said, his goal is to gain focus and insight into his past and recent behavior, enabling him to continue blah, 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 blah.
Doesn't want to go to jail.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know who it was he punched in D.C. It was NBC4's Richard Jordan. So we wish him a speedy
I
recovery.
thought you were going to say Krebs, even though he doesn't work for him anymore.
Oh, Krebs loves to hang out with rappers.
Hey, Chris Brown, my jaw's a little sore.
Hey, look at this. It's crimson red.
Bye. Yeah. Tomorrow is the biggest candy day of the year, so get ready to help your dentist finally buy that 4th boat. Here are 5 new random facts on Halloween and candy.
Who doesn't love candy?
On Halloween, Americans eat about 4% of all the candy we eat during the entire year.
Wow, really?
In other words, 1 out of every 25 pieces of candy eaten in this country in 2013 will be eaten tomorrow.
Man, you know what? It's a tough night for me.
Kids eat 4 times more candy than adults on Halloween, except in the Spiewak household.
But Robert,
are you going to go? I mean, since you're close to the finish line, which is basically our live show,
I got to.
You'll have candy.
I will not have candy.
You will not have candy.
I still am. I'm drink free and candy free. God, for 47 days now.
You will be drinking before the show on November
1 or 2. I can't go crazy
because you'll go nuts.
Remember what happened last time?
I would have.
And you know what? It's getting a mythical status. It never was as bad.
I'm
as
not
Oscar
going to.
says.
Incidentally, I'm not being your enabler. And the last thing I want to do is throw a grenade. And you know that because I would have done things in the past that would be indicative of future behavior.
Sure.
This is not one of those. I would say that week or maybe this weekend,
I might have one or two.
Just to get your body.
Yeah, because
honest to God, you could be sitting there in the green room on November 9th.
Having a beer.
And it's just
vomiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rob Speedway. Hello, everybody!
Well, as
How are you?
I think I told you this. I don't know if it was on air or off. The last time I went 50 days without a drink, I was 17.
17 years
and
old.
The age was 21.
Good. Kids eat 4 times more candy than adults on Halloween. Kids ages 6 to 8 are more likely to eat candy on Halloween. About 9 out of 10 kids that age will have some candy tomorrow. 3/4. I feel sorry for that 10th kid.
Yeah. He's diabetic.
3/4.
And he also took off the day to go to a wedding. And who gets married on Halloween?
3/4 of kids ages 2 to 5 will have some candy tomorrow, as will 2/3 of kids 9 to 12. The most popular chocolate candy in the U.S.?
M&M's?
Reese's Peanut Butter
Oh,
Cups.
okay. Well, you see, I don't really count that as a chocolate.
Rest of the top 10, M&M's, Snickers, Hershey's, Kit Kat, Twix, Three Musketeers, Hershey's. Here's one, the wild card. Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
Oh, that's a garbage candy.
Relatively new product.
Yeah.
Correct?
I do like that.
No, it's too messy.
Milky Way, and my favorite, Almond Joy.
As it stands right now, neither Spiewak kid is going out for tricks and treats. So
Really?
we shall see.
Oh, really?
It
Why?
could change. You know what? They just feel they're past it.
I might put
and
my-
also, Robert doesn't eat chocolate. So there's that.
I might put my wireless speakers outside.
You should.
You should.
I might with an iPad.
In
and
this
just-
neighborhood, you won't have to bring them in because they're going to get stolen.
Could you rig?
that might be a
And I don't
problem.
think I'm going to put music. Could you rig me up?
The chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted
Or
house.
like a scream thing, or like a couple of like sound effects that I could just say.
How
All
about
right,
this
thanks
one?
for
You know-
coming, and then
No, what people really want is they want to think there's a ghost out there. So whenever you give someone a piece of candy, play.
Boo.
Here's your candy.
Boo.
Here's the last stat for Halloween. There has only been one confirmed case.
I'm horrified.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming, kids. Oh, hit that sound effect again.
Boo.
Or if you want to mix it up, you can say, "Here you go. I got you a Kit Kat bar."
Fun size.
He's out of control. There has only been one confirmed case of a child swallowing something dangerous on Halloween, in Halloween candy that's been put inside.
Really?
It was in Minneapolis in 2000. A 49-year-old man put needles, son of a bitch.
Wow.
Put needles in Snickers bars. A 14-year-old boy bit into one of the needles, but he was okay.
No danger of Carrie swallowing anything dangerous on Halloween.
My kids, if I ever found that out and the guy doesn't make it to the police station,
No, that's
I
true.
swear to God.
Evil and dark.
I'd kick his ass.
Do they still let you X-ray your candy for free at the hospital?
I think there was a period of time like
That
when
you
I
would
was
do that.
like right at the end of my Halloween run,
Yes.
Yeah.
where something happened, razor blade and an
Yeah,
apple
you
or
had
something
to-
But
like
that's
that.
an urban legend.
No, you would
I
have to
think it
X-ray
is.
your candy if you wanted.
Yeah, there was also, when I was little, they would also take your candy's blood pressure.
Jesus. Let me just get through this. A woman in the Washington, D.C. area named Becky Reyna was upset a few days ago when she went outside and saw someone had stolen the pumpkin she'd carved with her 2-year-old son, Tommy. Angie, our friend Angie Goff.
Right.
Did we invite her to the live
Yes,
show?
have not heard back from her
Okay,
yet.
Angie posted this. I saw this picture. She put up a sign, this lady, with a message to the person who stole it, and now it's going viral. The sign reads, quote, "To the person who stole my son's pumpkin, thank you for the life lesson. This will help teach him that sometimes people are mean for no reason, and you have to just brush it off." And then she finishes with, "Because my son is 2 years old and cannot read this sign, I will add, you are an a-hole."
Oh.
And there you are.
And
Well,
there's
maybe
been,
she should work on her son's reading comprehension.
I think there's a little blowback on the a-hole thing, too,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah.
is, that's not a good life lesson either.
I
So,
think it's a great life lesson.
no, I think it's more, hunt them down like dogs.
I think you and I have done a great living using that word.
Yes, a-hole?
Yeah.
Thank you. And now a little something. We all hear about sexting all the time, but here's a reminder that sending naked photos the old-fashioned way can also backfire. A few months ago, a teacher in West Palm Beach, Florida, of course, tried to mail naughty photos of herself to someone in jail. The prison wouldn't accept them, though, and sent them back. But the woman never got them, and now she knows why. Earlier this month, her ex-roommate, 38-year-old Latasha Currington, sent her a text message with copies of the photos, which she'd intercepted in the mail.
Oh, this is evil.
She threatened to send them to the school she works at if she didn't pay up. Latasha said she'd give the photos back for $1,500, at which point the woman went to the cops who recorded a phone call and caught Latasha admitting to the scheme.
Who had recorded it also.
Then on Saturday, Latasha sent the woman a text message telling her to drop off the money, and police showed up where the drop was supposed to be, and they arrested Latasha, who's being charged with extortion.
Wow.
It's always nice when the good guys win. In this case, the good guy being the teacher who sent naked pictures to prison. God. So glad that good triumphed over evil. Now those naked pictures can go to death row.
Extortion.
Makes you want to take the person who smashed the pumpkin and give him a Nobel Prize.
We'll take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm showing you an iPhone case that was sent anonymously to me, and there it is. It's got the entire Mike O'Mara Show cast right here. That is a custom-made Vistaprint iPhone case, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. It says on the bottom, the Mike O'Mara's News You May Not Need. So it's a picture of me doing the news that I just did.
Very cool.
And there's the Vistaprint case. You can get one of these babies for as low as $14.99. Personalized iPhone cases available from Vistaprint.com. Easily design your own iPhone case to match your lifestyle. And if you own a small business, order iPhone cases for you and your employees with your company name and your logo. Prospective clients will notice. It's a great way to get your company name out there or even to give them away as gifts. Vistaprint, affordable quality marketing and printing products for your small business. Right now, these little babies, all iPhone cases, are 25% off for TMOS listeners, and you get free shipping on your entire order if you spend more than $30. Go to Vistaprint.com to get this offer. That's Vistaprint.com/TMOS. Total satisfaction guaranteed at Vistaprint.com. Let's open up the Audio Vault for today, Wednesday, October 30th, 2013.
Mike, sit down.
I'm
Everything's
down.
going to be okay.
All right.
Someone accidentally in the news media said on Monday that Lou Bega had passed away. What they meant to say is Lou Reed, but they said Lou Bega. Do you remember who
Mambo number 5?
A little bit
of Monica in my life.
Imagine this. You're a one-hit wonder from 1996. You wake up one morning, open your Facebook, and it's flooded with condolences because you passed away.
I love that song. That's a novelty record that I actually enjoy.
I think Loving It might be a little strong. It's very catchy, but Lou Bega is alive and well and still only one-hit record.
A little bit fan in my life.
Stop it.
Bit of Monica in my
Here we go, baby.
A little bit of
Tony, they play this at the wedding? Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. You know what they played at the wedding?
He's had a terrible day. I'm going to give him a bottle of booze. Tony, take home the corn liquor.
Corn liquor.
Take home the corn
Drink
liquor.
it all tonight.
Okay.
At the wedding, they played a song called Mambo Number 4 O'Clock Start.
Oh, God, he's relentless. Poor guy.
Hey, where do you get your news?
I get it from the internet.
I get it on WPLJ and the Scott Shannon Show.
Does Scott Shannon, has he made something viral?
Well, there is a clip that I think you might want to hear. The aforementioned Chris Brown.
Oh.
How do you know when your life is in trouble? When you start getting career advice from Mike Tyson.
Oh, my God.
I like and admire that little guy, but what really...
I like and admire that little guy.
I like Mike Tyson.
I like and admire that little guy, but what really he needs to understand is that eventually if you keep doing that stuff, man, people will turn on you. The press will make the whole people turn on you. You know, he's selling out arenas now, you know, and they can have people turn. I know he might say, hey, never me, because that's what I said.
Can you imagine that someone sends you a clip and it's Mike Tyson offering you advice, particularly to you, and you go,
Well, you know what, though?
He's valid.
Mike Tyson has walked the walk. I mean, Mike Tyson was that guy, heavyweight champion of the world, a huge celebrity, back when boxing was really popular, which it's not anymore.
Yeah, and now he's doing In Studios with Scott and Tom.
This is true.
But it's the truth.
But he's the guy because he can, I mean, he speaks the truth. And you got to do that. And if you get a little perspective, because Mike Tyson's such a walking disaster for so many years, and Chris Brown seems to be going down that road.
Now, I know you are not as big a fan of Colbert as you are of Jon Stewart, but I have to give Stephen Colbert some credit on this
In fairness to that, I just want to clarify that. I just don't watch Colbert a lot.
Okay.
And when I do see him, it's always the raised eyebrow bit, and I don't get deep into the
Some
Colbert
of his
Report.
writing is great, and we mentioned it, I believe, last week. The lady that was on the front page of the Obamacare website, the lady whose picture that was on there every time your screen locked up.
Right.
He wrote a small piece about the Obamacare lady. I think this is great.
Okay.
Folks, this affects me very deeply. Over the past month, Obamacare lady and I grew very close. I mean, we had an instant connection until it disconnected me. Still, we spent a lot of time together. I mean, loading and buffering and refreshing. I shared more with her than I ever have with a picture of a woman. My full name, my yearly income, apartment and or suite number. I even told her that I'm not pregnant. That I know of.
And in closing...
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Was he being sarcastic? I'm sorry.
What are you doing to me?
I'm sorry. I can't.
I liked it, Rob.
I think, and it was great is that they've got that picture of her up the whole time.
I know.
And she's become really the symbol of a failed government
Since
program.
before they took it down. They've taken it down.
They have.
Right.
And we close, just like Barack Obama, Mike O'Mara, Barack Obama is having trouble with his Facebook.
President Obama's got a Facebook account, and listen to this, it was hacked. His Facebook account was hacked by Syrian Electronic Army, the Syrian Electronic Army. And when President Obama found out about this, he said, can you guys fix the Obamacare website? Because
That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
For all technical support questions regarding the Mike O'Mara Show, please contact our man, Ponyboy, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for our show can be sent to TMOS, P.O. Box 3, Manassas, Virginia, 20108. And remember, our official TMOS e-voice line is now open, everybody. 800-440-8167. That's 800-440-8167. It's open all the time, and Tom Gavin stopped calling it.
Yeah, Tom.
Anyway, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. For Rob and Oscar, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Visit $9 LLCs for $99 plus filing fees, and also get access to a network of legal plan attorneys for guidance. LegalZoom is not a law firm, but provides self-help services at your specific direction. Visit LegalZoom.com by clicking the banner on our website. That's MikeO'MaraShow.com, and click the LegalZoom banner.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.